it's very difficult to fight Dominica. Dominica is a powerful little island.
Pour our coffee in our pulper. The seeds come on that side and the skin come on that side. My grandfather, great-grandfather, they used to pound coffee or pull the coffee and squeeze it to take out the seed from the cherry. But now with modern technology, just put it in that and just turn. That's one of the only root system dead Maria killed them. Maria was just a devastation for us in our fields. With avocado, oranges, coffee, root crops, just name it with Maria. Maria was just a storm to destroy all of us, human life, and but it's nature's work, and nothing we could do, nothing else we could do, but just go back and start working again.
Right now we can see their green leaves, you know. You couldn't find a green leaf. I mean, couldn't find a green leaf. Absolutely totally brown, you know, it's brown and didn't look hospitable. It was an alien landscape, unrecognizable.
So I was inside and she was watching. All of a sudden, what happened? My front door just boom, boom! And river take over the house. Then I don't know what to do. I kneel down on the bed. There's a big limeway there in front of me. When the river started to float everything, the mattress floating, then the thing started to come on me. If she had hold it, I would be knocked down with that thing and the water will take me over. I have a stick in the house. I call it the rod of Aaron. I take that stick and I knocked the other, I couldn't open it. I knocked it, I burst it. The other door. The other door at the room. When I opened that, the water started to dry. And then everything, all my children's history, their books, my history, my photo, my everything, my shoe, my clothes, just wiped away.
Dominica is a volcanic island. It is the most mountainous island in the Caribbean. It has 9 live volcanic centers, which is more than any other part of the world. You won't find an island of less than 300 square miles with 9 potentially live volcanoes. Now, the nature of the island has determined its history. The fact that it was so mountainous meant that it was the last island in the Caribbean to be colonized by Europeans. It was not attractive to many European settlers whose minds were focused on sugar and mass exploitation of the natural landscape. It was so difficult to do, and the crop that they could establish was coffee. But then the British realized that there were profits to be made out of coffee, and for a time Dominica was one of the largest producers of coffee in the British Empire. But by the post-slavery period of the 1840s, 1850s, the coffee began to be affected by blight, and the market just plummeted. It has never been able, from the end of the 19th century, to rise up again as a major crop.
I told you the apocalyptic landscape which we saw after, and the sense of really destruction and almost doom. I think that has been replaced with the idea of resilience. and building a resilient nation. I think it has focused our attention even more greater. You know what, we are really in a hurricane zone. So all aspects and facets of our lives now have to be guided by this quest of obtaining resilience.
Are you willing to help the farmer of Dominica coffee? I am so excited. If that take roots today and I die today, I'm satisfied. My dream come true. Because ages and the soul man crying in the wilderness about that coffee. You see the coffee? You see how laden it is? Now if a hurricane come, that will never drop from the tree.
Now is the ideal time to plant coffee because there's a need to regenerate the forest. I think a tree crop like coffee can be ideal to be part of that reforestation because we realize that conservation and preservation is absolutely key given where we are physically located in the midst of an area that feels the brunt of climate change. So it really adds a lot. It adds to the economic sustainability, it adds to the conservation and preservation that we seek. We are on the front line of how does the world respond to climate change. It's an important point of lesson for the rest of the world, given that this is something that confronts mankind everywhere in totality. So how we respond, our ability to respond, whether we are successful, is going to have huge implications elsewhere. The models that we put into place here can be tried, tested, looked at, and then perhaps implemented elsewhere. It's critical. We need that support. The task for us is to take it on frontally, look at the new situation reality, and build everything, agriculture and everything else, in the context of what it is. The history of mankind has been struggle. Part of meaning of existence comes from this journey, this travel, this having to overcome obstacles. This is our journey, this is our purpose, this is our meaning, this is our rationality, this is everything for us.
These green triangles of my destiny rise out of the boiling ocean, vanish among the swirling vapors of the sky. So strong the hold of nature, so close the soil, and I, child of the valleys, know too well my course. For like the raging rivers must submit, I cannot foil the pattern of the green triangles. I am molded by their forces, sharp pieces link the jigsaw of my being, as mosaic chippings bright beneath the sun. Fragments of my life, so varied, wedged together in my mind, conflicting worlds in one. Each past and present influence, black, white, and variegated splinters form the whole. The green triangles of my destiny, where in agony and ecstasy I find the spirit of my soul.